He has done over, what is it, $115,000 in GMV for brands on TikTok Shop.
I would just go onto TikTok. I would scroll and not doom scroll, not zombie scroll. Like I would use it for research purposes, see what's trending, why it's trending.
How in the world are you having so much success? What is the video that's getting you the most money? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Brands Meet Creators. In today's interview, we are sitting down with one of TikTok Shop's top earning creators to get exclusive advice, insider tips, and strategies that helped them skyrocket their success within TikTok Shop. Whether you are a new creator starting out on TikTok Shop or you've been doing this for a long time, we want to give you a chance to learn from the best. And remember, if you want expert guidance and you want coaching calls and free courses and a private community where you can ask any questions at any time, then we want to invite you to join our free TikTok Shop Affiliate Accelerator Agency. You can sign up to our agency using the link in the description below, but let's get into today's interview. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we have another incredible content creator who is absolutely crushing it on TikTok Shop right now. His name is Jordan, and he has done over, what is it, $115,000 in GMV for brands on TikTok Shop. And I looked it up, and you've done 42,000 in GMV in just the last 28 days. So a lot of that is pretty recent. So right now you're really in the thick of it. And I'm excited to just hear more about how in the world are you having so much success? What is your experience? And then I want to break down what is the video that's getting you the most money? Like, what strategies are you using? And we'll talk about it. So, Jordan, do you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here. Obviously, I told you I started watching BMC and I watched all the videos on the different creators with everyone being there and now being here full circle. It's such a crazy experience just to be here talking with you now and talking about my experience, my growth and how I am here now.
It's really cool because you see people and you're like, they're such an inspiration. And then you work hard at something and now you're inspiring people who are watching this. And I think that's it's so special. So tell me a little bit more about your content creation experience. Like, how long have you been creating content? How long have you been on TikTok Shop?
Yeah, so I started TikTok Shop April of this year, so 2024. But prior to that, I was just the typical Instagram, TikTok, not even TikTok. I wasn't even on TikTok prior to jumping into TikTok Shop. So I was your typical 1 to 2 posts every 6 months. So I had zero content creation like background. It was completely new going into TikTok Shop, making UGC, everything like that. So I had no background whatsoever.
What inspired you to start then? If you didn't have experience doing it, what was the deciding factor of okay, you know what, I'm gonna hop on this?
So actually, it was in November. I actually left my job. I quit my job and I was like, okay, like there is so much money to be made online marketing. So I actually tried like drop shipping. I tried so many different avenues of making money. And I saw, like I said, I saw BMC's videos and I was like, this seems simple enough, right? Like I can figure it out. And obviously it's a lot more difficult than seeing the numbers, seeing those profits, seeing, the success. But that's what kind of led me into, okay, like let me dive into this and figure it out. And obviously I'm seeing that success now, but it wasn't the, smooth sailing that everyone's, showing it out to be, but that was how I got here.
Wow. Okay, so it's September right now. So April was not that long ago. When you started, did you start by dipping your toe in a little bit, or were you like, I'm gonna go full force? Like, how many videos did you start making? And then how many do you make on a regular basis?
Yeah, so back in April, I probably started making 3 videos a day, and I went full force. So I went from making one video to like I kind of did a schedule where it was like 8 a.m. I would post a video, noon I would post a video, and then five depending. But even now, I'm posting anywhere still from 2 to 4. So I've been super consistent on how many videos I'm making. Obviously, sometimes I make 5, sometimes I make 6 if I'm really busting them out. But since April, I've been doing at least 2 to 3 every single day.
Wow. And do you try to make a lot of videos about different products, or do you stick to similar products that maybe you know are performing well? Welcome to Brands Meet Creators, the channel where we help content creators grow and succeed and connect with brands. On our channel, you will find interviews with top creators and TikTok Shop affiliates, and you will learn tips and tutorials on how to grow and succeed as a content creator. Whether you're a new creator or you've been doing this a long time and you just want to learn more, I'm excited to have you here, so let's dive into today's video.
So early on, I just used the items that I have around my house. Like my very first video was the Levoit air purifier that's literally right here because I didn't have all the money to buy the products that were trending, that were super high value. So I was going live with Levoit. I was making videos like, oh, and obviously it was really easy because all the dirt and dust that were on the air purifiers, it's such an eye like, oh, that is really dirty. But it's funny looking at my videos from way back then until now. Like it makes sense why I wasn't seeing success. I sounded like a robot. It wasn't authentic. So at first I was just using products that I had around the house. And then as I started gaining a little bit of traction, that's when I saw and I used, our resources to see what's trending, what's popular right now, kind of planning for, holidays, things like that, different sales that are coming up. That's when I kind of use leverage on what products I would promote, what products I would use. But more often than not, it's just things that I already use, or two that I know I would be able to make videos authentically about.
What resources are you referring to when you're saying you're finding specific products and things with resources? Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
So the main one was Calidata. So I would go on and see like the top 5, 10, 20 products to see what was performing well, what would, I could actually use. Because generally a lot of them, if I'm being honest, a lot of them are beauty products or, things that I would be
Right.
able to use. So it's like, all right, let's scroll down a little bit, which ones that I could actually promote. And then obviously I would just go on to TikTok. I would scroll and not doom scroll, not zombie scroll. Like I would use it for research purposes, see what's trending, why it's trending, and see like if I would have access to those products. And then obviously I would go into BMC and see, if anyone else is making those products and, see, oh, I can do that. I could make a video about that, or oh, I have that. So, but those are the main three that I've used.
Two questions. The first one is, so you got on TikTok and then you obviously need 5,000 followers to get a TikTok Shop affiliate account. Did you grow that organically?
I initially had an account that was around 1,000 followers, and then when it was still a thing, I did the workaround account, and that one got banned. So I was like I said, I quit my job back in the day, so I was like, I'm all in. Like I've put so much time, like I've put so much research. I was already part of BMC. I was like, I have to figure something out. So it's like I can try to grow another account, but I know you guys had mentioned a resource about buying an account, so I ended up buying another account, and everything was great. It wasn't through like a third party. It was just some guy who was like, I'm kind of done with my TikTok shop. He lived out in Florida. So it worked out perfectly. So I ended up buying that account. I think I got it at 8,000, and now it's at 13, 14, almost 13,000 followers. So I've been able to grow it as well, like since I've gotten it. But that's how I jumped over that 15 or that 5,000.
Wow. And then, okay, the other thing I think is funny, you said way back then I sounded robotic. That was only like 5 months ago,
Yeah,
which
it's
is so
it's
funny
it's
because
so crazy to think about that it was, I say way back when, it feels like forever ago, but like
yesterday.
you said, it was
Oh,
just in
wow.
April.
Yeah, I mean that really wasn't that long ago, but I have a question. So whenever you make content, do you look at the performance and how it's doing and then look at ways you can always improve? Because you're like, I sounded robotic. How did you learn that you sounded robotic? Because I even myself for a long time sounded that way and I didn't know until somebody told me and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. So were you like self-aware in that or were you told that?
So yeah, in the beginning, I couldn't tell at all. Like I would record and re-record clips, and I was like, "Oh, this is great. This is perfect. Like I sound so authentic. Why wouldn't anyone buy it?" But then, as I was looking at the retention rate, like the different numbers, I was like, "Why aren't people continuing to watch this?" And I would show my girlfriend, I would show my friends. I was like, "What's wrong with this?" And they were like, "Well, you sound like." I would scroll instantly. So I definitely now look, like before it would take me 30, 40 minutes of re-recording, writing a script, trying to get everything perfect, whereas now I can film a video and in a minute, like just honestly and authentically talking about something that I'm making a video for. So it's so much easier when I'm just going straight off of my thoughts, straight off of what I'm actually feeling versus reading a script, trying to make everything perfect.
Yeah, those are the videos that perform best, which is literally your top performing video is that. That's one of the things I wrote down. So why don't I share my screen? Let's watch your video that you've had the most sales on real quick, and then I want to hear from you what you think you did that is causing the sales. I mean, you kind of just spoke on it, but let me share my screen and let's talk about it because I think this is such a good video.
I can't be the only one that knows we're getting scammed at Target. I came here to get the cotton candy liquid IV that I've been seeing all over. Not only do they not have it, they are charging almost $20 for only 10 sticks. I love liquid IV and all the different flavors, but I'm not spending almost 20 bucks for only 10 sticks. Especially when I can go on the TikTok shop and get the cotton candy flavor that I want for literally less than that price. Don't get scammed by those crazy prices at Target. If you were looking to get this cotton candy flavor, get it before it sells out, guys, because it will.
Love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what do you think that you did that caused so many sales with this video?
I did little things to where it was controversial to kind of to drive up the comments. Like I said that it was $20 and Target scamming us and just a bunch of controversial things. But as far as it blowing up in general, like the cotton candy flavor, to my knowledge, the Liquid IV it's only on TikTok Shop right now and only on the Liquid IV. So it's an exclusive thing. And that one, like I've had other Liquid IV videos blow up, but nothing to the extent of this one. So I know it was high demand. So basically, as soon as I see that that one's on sale, I literally drove to Target and was like, all right, let's make another video. I think it's just the controversy, one, that there is a sale because, they are rounding up, it is $20 for only 10 sticks, whereas, you're spending $16 for 16 sticks. So it is a good deal. And just right up front, people love Target. Like Target's great. I have so many videos hating on Target and a bunch of my friends are like, why do you hate Target so much? I love Target, but it's just so easy to get controversial comments and controversy in the comments to obviously boost up the push rate out of on it. So I think the controversy, the actual sale, and then the exclusivity of the flavor that it actually is.
Yeah, I've seen people say that the cotton candy flavor was around 2 years ago and it took 2 years for them to bring it back. And now it's only on TikTok Shop. So that's like FOMO, right? That's that urgency, which you even said like before it sells out. But the beginning of your video, which I think is the most important thing always, I literally thought you were on FaceTime with me. I was like, oh, that's my friend on FaceTime. Like that is such a good strategy. It's authentic whenever you do that. And then you had a really good hook on screen with like the shh emoji. Um, of course, we don't want to miss out. We're like, what's the big secret? Like, let's stop scrolling. So I think all of that, as well as like you didn't have any pauses and long breaths, like it was so quick to the point. And I think that was just, it just works. And I think that you continuously doing that is working. When you see a product that's performing well, do you just continue making more videos about that one product?
Uh, yes. Basically, I have been to Target more than I can count. I'm sure the workers know exactly who I am. They know exactly what I'm doing in the liquid IV aisle. Like I've said so many different things about how Target's scamming us, how Target hates us. So, if I see that there's a sale and Target happens to have it, like I'm there talking about it more often than not. So obviously it's a lot of things where I don't now often I look for a sale on TikTok Shop because if it's not on sale, it's still a good deal, but it's definitely way better of a deal when it is on sale. But to answer your question, yes, like I push out the same type of videos with different hooks, different, things like that.
I think that's a really good strategy. I think if you find something that's working, like just capitalize on that, keep pushing with that. So, I want to ask one more thing. For creators that are watching this, that are like, I want to have success on TikTok Shop, I want to know like what has been one of the biggest challenges that you've overcome and also just what advice would you give people that want to be on TikTok Shop but maybe are like afraid or they just haven't made time for it yet?
Yeah, so definitely the biggest challenge by far is you're going to be seeing all the success, especially on TikTok. When you start doing TikTok Shop, you're going to be just automatically showing creators like, oh, I'm making this in a month, I'm making this amount of money, extravagant amounts of money. And you're going to be seeing that all over, especially, I'm in such a big community, a great community like BMC. I go to Q&As and, I see, oh, I'm making 10K a month. It's hard on your mental when you're working so hard on your videos. You feel like you're doing the right things. And more often than not, you are doing the right things. Then you're not seeing that progress. I think that's the biggest challenge. But the biggest thing I would say is just continue to be consistent because you're so much closer to that success than you really think you are. Like we're always thinking of, oh, I want to get to 10K, I want to get to 20K, whatever that number is for you. Like you have to celebrate those small wins. You have to celebrate where you are. You can't always compare yourself to everyone else, because everyone else is on a different journey to their success. They have different backgrounds, everything like that. So just stay consistent and don't always compare yourself to what everyone else is doing. Like, take notes, congratulate them, but remember to congratulate yourself on your small wins. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Oh my gosh, such good advice. I love that. I'm always like telling people celebrate the fact that you showed up. Like that should be what you're measuring, not the numbers that you're not really in control of. So I love that. Jordan, where can people find you
Yeah,
on
so
social?
on TikTok, my ad is just Jordan Q, and I have another account where it's I'm actually on day 185 right now. I did a whole mental reset. I'm on day 185 of changing my life. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm giving motivation, kind of things, tips that I'm doing, where I'm at in
Wow.
my life and things like that. And that's just Jordan Q Sampson. That's on Instagram and TikTok. So
Wow, Jordan, okay, that is crazy. You just gave me chills because it's like whenever you decide to reframe your mind and like focus on something, you just attract success. Like
hmm
you on this interview right now, like that is you used to look at these interviews and now you're on it. So
yeah,
I'm definitely following all your accounts because
yeah.
that's honestly so inspiring and I just appreciate your time. I'm so happy you're in the academy and that you get to see me and Nick constantly on the calls.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you have any questions? Anything else you want to share with the people?
I would say 100%, if you guys are on that ledge, like it's going to be scary. It's going to be hard, but take that step, take that leap. Like, I wouldn't in a million years think I would be making, TikTok shop videos, quitting my job just, almost a year ago now. And now I'm making content full time. Like, the biggest lesson, like I said, you're just so much closer to completely changing your life than you think you are. And yeah, just take that step.
Wow. Well, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it. And I'm excited to see your continued success with TikTok Shop.
Thank you.